So this is pretty much World War III now, because China is at war with Russia and the USA. South Korea is technically involved in that war, but I mean, they're not really contributing that much, and it's pretty one-sided. It's all China all the way, at least in East Asia. Then there's this massive European war, where Germany's at war with Sweden and Ukraine. Germany is also backing up their alliance of both France and Spain after Italy and Algeria and Egypt, and now for some reason, Great Britain decided to join in. Great Britain decided to join in and declare war on Spain, and I think it might be for their march of Portugal. Maybe they're trying to increase Portugal's power, or they're maybe just trying to increase their own hold in Iberia. Because remember, Great Britain does have Gibraltar under their territory, and bam, I mean, they went off to a fast start. I mean, British troops are already landing in Iberia. Spain is already coming back and trying to combat against this, but they're going to have to combat already against, if they combined Portugal and British troops, they're going to combine to over 100,000. So this is bad. I'm sure the Algerian war is going to end. Now, I don't think Spain's probably going to have to be forced to peace out without taking anything. Yeah, everyone's going back. They're leaving Spain. They're leaving Italy alone. They're actually just completely leaving Italy. So, I mean, Italy's not going to get fully sieged out here. They're not going to get fully sieged just yet. Is there anything else? I mean, could this get any crazier? Germany's finally brought in Norway, which was a smart choice. They probably should have done that a long time ago, but they didn't. And that is it. That's in terms of the big ones. So yeah, like I said, Spain has technically the advantage already. They have 26 war score. They could probably peace out at any point, I would think. Great Britain, this is a conquest of... Now, let me find this province exactly. This is actually just a conquest of a province. So just one... Wow, there it is, right there. So yeah, we were in the intro. That's what they were trying to do. They're trying to increase their hold in southern Iberia, increase their territory, not only in just Gibraltar. Wow, it wasn't like an imperialist war or anything like that. I mean, they're just trying to get a stronger hold, and maybe they're trying to move towards northern Africa. I'm not sure, but I'm shocked that this happened. So yeah, everyone's running out of the Italian peninsula, and remember, Germany's involved. I mean, this is Germany just peaced out with Sweden. Wait a second. What war were they in? Are they in a second war? Germany at war, imperialist war with Sweden. I'm very confused. Oh, there it goes. Okay, there we go. I was really confused there for a second. Dang. So look at what Germany's fighting here. Dang. Look at those colors. France, it's not as exciting because Germany is in a third war. So Germany's involved in 3 different wars, and they're all pretty big ones. They're pretty massive ones. Luckily, I don't think, for Germany at least, no one is invading their own lands. I mean, they declared a war themselves, and then the other 2 wars are just they're calling upon their alliances, or it was a call from their alliances just to help out. Like I said, luckily for them, Ukraine has not made anything into mainland German territory. Neither has Sweden. The problem is that the German war that was declared by themselves, they probably won't get anything from that. I don't think Norway's not that strong. They probably will not be able to fight off the Swedish troops or start to occupy any territory. So yeah, that's going to happen. Coalition. Oh, there's a coalition here. They're the target of a coalition. They're allied to Norway, Poland, and Austria. I'm surprised that Denmark hasn't been vassalized or something. I don't know. Marched. Is that a word? Marchized? Marshal? I don't know. All right, so let's see. Here's Spain with 24,000 troops. Looks like they're trying to stack wipe maybe Portugal, because clearly Portugal's on the defense. Now, is Great Britain going to drop anything else? They seem to be building up more troops, but this is not enough. Do they realize what Germany and France has coming over for them? Unless, of course, maybe Germany's being spread too thin. And they're like, you know what? I know that Germany doesn't like Great Britain, but maybe they skip out. Or maybe Spain's just like, screw it, let's just make sure that we get Italy out of this war, and then we'll worry about Great Britain later. That's a risk because they've got to be fast. They really have got to siege out fast. They've got a 3-star general with one siege value, but that probably won't be enough. Oh yeah, Great Britain's doing good, but you know what? Germany actually decided to bring over 60,000 men. That will be enough if they unify, which they have. 84 stack versus an 80 stack. They need to take out Portugal first. That'll make things the simplest. There it goes. Boom. All right. So Portugal probably won't get stack wiped here, but they practically will be. They're going to be down to less than, I think, 10,000 men. Yep, there they go. And are they going to chase them up north? They probably will. Or maybe not. I don't know. So they actually need to siege out this province if they want it. Luckily for Algeria, I think everything's going to be okay with Algeria, to be honest. I think they're going to be just fine. Yep, and Germany's going after Sicily too. They're not holding back. They're fighting multiple wars, all different sides, and I'm wondering if how much of a significance is this going to impact Germany. Okay, so let's take a look. Let's relook at China here. China is allowing, well, they were allowing South Korea to siege out some provinces, but looks like they just lost a battle and they lost almost half their military. They were at a 53 stack, which was, not bad. I mean, obviously when you're fighting China, that's not going to be enough. China is at 16 war score. Seems like something new. Turkmenistan is involved in a new war, but, nothing too big. Yep, no, nothing too big. Spain's at 28 war score. They've gained 2 more over Algeria, technically, and it's pretty much just over Italy. I'm sure when they separate peace, it's going to be different. Remember, I need to also not forget that Nigeria is also involved in the war. And yes, there are quite a few African wars that are going on. In terms of Africa, South Africa has really kind of slowed down. I thought they were going to start to snowball here, but maybe they need to slow down. Maybe they had some aggressive expansion. Maybe they had some army issues. I don't know. All right, and the coast is being sieged out quickly by Great Britain, but how long will that last? If the AI is dumb, and if Spain and Germany just go after Portuguese territory, that's not going to help out too much. They need to, deal with the British. They need to actually go after those regiments. Worry about everyone else later, because once they destroy them, then they're gone. And there's probably suffering from attrition. They're far away from the British Isles. So they might be suffering from a little bit of attrition. Maybe not. I mean, they're not going to be able to reinforce, I guess is what I'm trying to say, technically speaking. And when I mean reinforce, I mean actual regiments that are just currently sitting inside of mainland Great Britain. They're not going to send any more over, I don't think. They can. Maybe they will. There's 89 transport ships. Oh, and they're doing it now, I think. Yep, they're going to the Celtic Sea. Okay, so never mind. I am a liar. They are doing it right now. China at 17 war score. Great Britain at 4. 30 war score for Spain. Is Italy almost done? Almost. Germany's doing the work here. Spain is completely retreated back to their mainland. This is very good for Switzerland. Someone like Switzerland must be feeling pretty good. Croatia actually didn't lose much at all. Yeah, they're doing fine. And Hungary seems to be winning their... Actually, no. Hungary seems to be losing their war. Serbia's sieged out quite a bit, but I think they have the numbers on their side. They've got a 20 stack here. But maybe that's wrong. Oh, they just peaced out, didn't they? Yep, they've been black flagged. All right, so nothing too big. Did Poland get involved? Who's that? Slovakia. Oh, there we go. Okay, Hungary, Slovakia, and the Czech Republic. So Serbia peaced out. This was Serb lands. I'm sorry, Serbian lands. So this I'm mistaken this for Hungary for some reason. All right, well that happens sometimes. I mean, these are big wars. Nothing like, there's not a lot of wars going on, but these are massive powers at war. I can't believe it. Let's go ahead and double check on army size here. So China has actually taken the USA's #1 spot in terms of biggest military in the world. Look at this. India compared to China, there's no question. China would dominate India right now. Even though India looks like they're grabbing territory, they would dominate. Oh, they peaced out. They just peaced out and they took the entire western half of South Korea. Wow. And there's probably going to be a truce. Yep, so North Korea probably won't be able to unite Koreas, at least not for the next 7 years. And did they do anything to Russia? They didn't. China let Russia go. Oh, no, they didn't. They took some lands. Oh, yeah, no, they did not let Russia go. They definitely took some lands here. Yeah, China's looking a little bit more, they're grabbed a little bit of stuff, northern China. Kind of starting to surround Mongolia more and more. Luckily for Russia, though, a lot of Europe is at war with itself. So no one's really got their eyes set on whoever's leading Russia right now. Don't think it's Putin anymore. It's 2065. Did Algeria peace out yet? Nope, they're still involved too. That's a very interesting color that Italy has there for themselves. Oh, someone's back at war with Iran. It's actually Turkmenistan. Oh, I knew that. Never mind. I think Iran's just helping out an ally, but it's not going good for Iran again. Pakistan's not doing anything, but they are allied to Turkmenistan. They didn't join in on that war. Wow, China. Wow. How is Japan's feeling? How these guys? So Japan is not liked by Russia or China. Japan's actually not liked by most of the major countries in the region. And I don't think Japan has really the biggest navy in the world. I mean, they got 174 ships. That's pretty good, but I imagine that the Chinese have got to have them beat. Yeah, they do, technically. Oh my goodness, do they? Wow. This is just a 400 stack just chilling there. So yeah, I mean, technically China could go after Japan. Malaya stayed pretty quiet so far. Once they destroyed Papua New Guinea, I mean, I don't even know if they want to do anything else. I don't think they have the balls to go after Vietnam for some reason, because they've got a positive opinion, I'm guessing. Kind of. Yeah, they do. Malaya's got a positive opinion of Vietnam, which is going to get in their way. They're going to lose that top spot. They're going to lose that top spot in terms of score. Like, they were in the top 5. They were doing really well for themselves, and I think they're going to lose most of that progress now. All right, let's double check on some of these wars after we checked on the army sizes. We probably should have looked at it a little bit more. Okay, yeah, no, nothing really. Nothing really. Let's double check. So yeah, India's in 3rd place. Malaya still has a pretty big military themselves at over 300,000, 325,000. Germany's lost quite a bit, no surprise. Japan's not bad either. Mexico, wow, surprising. Mexico's pretty high up there. Great Britain's lost some troops. They were powerful. Russia's lower now. Turkey's strong. Now, if Turkey and the Saudis declare war, it would be close somewhat. It seems like it'd be leaning towards the Saudi victory, but Turkey, their whole thing is they've got some awesome alliances. Nigeria seems to have the biggest military in terms of Africa and all the African nations, I think. Yes, they do. South Africa's, not too far behind, though, about 25,000 behind. Let's go and check on naval sizes. USA at 915 ships, so they certainly had enough. They had 80 transport ships too. They could have transferred 80,000. You know what? Actually, that's not that much. 80,000 compared to the size of the military that the U.S. had on mainland American territory. 80 transport ships, they'd only be able to send that one at a time. It'll take several months. More than likely, China would continue to stack wipe them, or at least, battle them and take half of those away by the time they reinforced with another 80 stack. China China's got a huge military, and they're bigger than the USA. They'd have to send over everything all at the same time. The USA really needs to build more transport ships, or they will not be able to police the world anymore. They will not be able to do it. But Japan does have a pretty good, size. I want to see Japan and Malaya. That seems like it'd be an interesting one, even though Japan has more ships. I think the military sizes, they're both pretty equal, and overall it would come down to, alliances and stuff like that. Brazil's doing a good job. Great Britain's doing a good job. Italy, India, Mexico, Turkey. All right, yeah, Great Britain's starting to get finally pushed back. Let's get back to the current wars window. Yeah, nothing new. Seems like a new African war has popped up, though. Congo versus Gabon. And then they called in the Dominican Republic of Congo. The Democratic Republic of Congo. Oh, but Congo brought in South Africa, and we saw how powerful South Africa's army was. Yeah, we saw that. I'm still shocked that all these are still going on. Well, actually, yeah, Germany's still at war with Sweden, still at war with Ukraine. They haven't done anything. Oh, but you know what? There is a 60 stack sieging out northern Germany here. Now, where are the German troops at? Are they still in Sicily? No. And no one's really trying for Sardinia. Part of the reason is because no one's touched the Italian fleet, which is surprising. You would think that Spain would be able to come in here to the Mediterranean and just wipe them out, but I mean, who knows? Maybe they have a small force here, 14 stack, but obviously that's not enough for 160 ships or something like that. Yeah, now they're starting to run away. All right, so yeah, Germany's really been helping out their alliances, not helping out themselves though. To say the least, they've kind of let them. They've put their friends in front of themselves. I think is kind of fair to say, which is nice of them. Oh, there you go. Malaya's at war with who? Laos. All right, so Laos is gone. And does China still have an alliance with Malaya? Yes, they do, as well as with Australia. So Malaya, this is a very powerful alliance, Malaya and China. Now looking back at it, India and Russia, that's nothing. China could wipe that out. India needs to go after, well, I was going to say they need to go after a USA alliance, but that is not going to do anything either because the USA clearly doesn't care. They will not send anything over, which is obviously going to be a problem. So India needs to stay at war. They need to continue to expand towards their west, go after more Middle Eastern territory. This isn't good to see a lot of Iran being sieged out because, well, I mean, India should have gone after this. This is Indian stuff. The problem is that their truce is not over. Now, I believe the truce with Pakistan is up, so there's no excuse for India not to be at war with Pakistan. Yeah, it is up. Yeah, so there really is no excuse there. Or Egypt, even. Yeah, because you wouldn't really have to fight. I mean, you have to fight Kazakhstan, but Kazakhstan is... I mean, they're just really... They're flexing. They're flexing, to say the least. They look big, but they only have 40 stack. That's nothing. India could wipe that out, and, you know, they could take on those nations. Russia, what are you doing? Are you rebuilding? You better hope you're rebuilding. If anyone's rooting for Russia, if you picked Russia to win Asia, this is not good. Because we just saw the sheer power of China. Oh, I'm sorry. Why did I say that? Russia is supposed to be in Europe. But still, if China continues to grow in power in East Asia, it doesn't matter. They're gonna remove Russia as the #1 power in Europe. And right now, Russia is not the #1 power in Europe. It's probably between Germany or Great Britain. Ooh, this stuff got released. Oh, no, it didn't. Never mind. I thought that stuff got released because I saw the red stripes, and I was like, oh, did that go back to Denmark or Poland? No, it didn't. All right, Great Britain's not letting Germany off early, or easy, I should say. Portugal's been completely sieged, and we might even see Spain try to go after actual Iberian troops here. They've been just going after Italy for the longest time. Yeah, they have been. Nothing new that's popped up. Norway's out of the war with Germany. Sweden must have been starting to kick their butt. -5 war score. Looks like also for Spain, it's dropped a bit in terms of they were at 30 war score, I think, for Spain versus Algeria. Now it's down to 28. Nothing too significant, but they probably won't be able to take much here. I mean, I don't know what they wanted anyways. Do they have claims to these lands? They have cores to these lands? Nothing really. Yeah, so I mean, there's kind of nothing for them to do as it is. And that's it. Oh, but look at this. Look at this. You have maybe, possibly, there's a 40 stack of Germans that are trying to help out. Sweden has made a landing. So what's Great Britain going to do here? France looks like they might be going up north. Spain might be feeling a little bit greedy now. Spain might be feeling, hey, you know what? Let's just continue to go after Algeria. That's what it feels like to me. I think that's what we might see. Oh, man, Germany, this is not good, man. You are not in a good spot. You need to wait for your alliances, wait for France and Spain. How funny would that be if France and Spain really didn't help them out that much here? When they honestly sacrificed a lot of possible opportunities for them to acquire land to help out their friends. Okay, so Ukraine has been pieced out separately. This is going to help out Germany a little bit. Congo is dominating here. Great Britain is starting to get their butt kicked now, -23 war score, but sieging out Germany could bring it back to 0. Possibly. Quite a few things are being occupied, but no, I think that reinforcements have arrived. Sweden's about to get kicked out. Stack wiped with their 3 stack. I don't know why they even tried with the 3 stack. And that seems to be everything. Oh, boom. Malaya's completely sieged Laos. They're gone. Oh, no, Laos is still around technically. And there's actually some peasants that have formed up. Okay, please clean this up, somebody. China, Malaya, somebody, India. You could all kind of contribute to clean this up. But this needs to be cleaned up. Or come back, smaller countries. One or the other. I just don't want to see the border gore. No, it's too much. I actually don't mind the border gore here in Korea. It's very interesting. I kind of like it. I don't know. Now we have Southeastern Korea. I like the term. They should change their name. Southeastern Korea. North Korea. And then Southwestern China or something like that. I don't know. And I'm wondering if picking up more South Korean lands, I wonder if that's going to push China at war with Japan sooner. Because I don't think that... I know they don't like each other. I know for sure they don't like each other. But I would think that this may push them for probably a war. It should, because they share tiles now. I don't think they shared a tile before. A sea tile, that is. Or a sea, like the Sea of Japan or anything like that. They didn't up until this point. Now they technically do. With this strait here, grabbing this land from Russia. But anyways, guys, I'm going to stop right there. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.